Okay, well, welcome. Welcome to our second episode of the Talking Horse podcast. Today, here we are, your hosts. My name is Luis Fernando Perez, and we have.
And I am Pablo Suarez.
Okay, and we today have an invited person. We have a very important person. So yeah, Isaac, go on, please.
Hi
Oh, and
guys.
introducing yourself.
Hi guys. So my name is Isaac. Uh, as you say, I'm living in the United States currently. I've been here for a long 2 years, over 2 years now. And yeah, thanks for having me today.
Yeah, no, it's a total pleasure for us. So, okay, we would like to start by knowing what did you study here in UAEMéx?
Oh, I study mechanical engineering. I was there for 6 years. It was like kind of the average time that we spent in that career. I was member of the Formula SAE team. I don't know if
Okay,
you are a little bit
what's
familiar
that?
with
Sorry.
that team. Was that?
Yeah, what's the Psi association you said? Team?
Oh, it's a team that you have in the faculty. We basically build a mini car, like kind of a race car,
Oh, okay, yeah,
Ah,
like the go-kart,
okay,
right?
yeah. We still have this project yet.
like F1, Formula Uno.
Okay, okay, yeah, uh-huh.
So I was member of the team like for 1 year, I think, 1 year and a half. And I went to a competition in Michigan in 2017. We get second place in one category of the competition. It was pretty nice. It was like kind of my first experience out of the country, and yeah, I really love that. I love that time of the faculty.
Sorry, and right now where are you living?
Yeah. Can you hear me or?
Yeah, we can hear you. And the question was, where are you living right now? In the United States, right?
Yeah.
What city are you living in? Sorry.
So I live in Oregon. The city is called Portland.
Okay.
Portland, Oregon. Yeah.
Okay, that's very nice. Okay, so I think I have a question that some of our audience could be asking. How was the process of you getting to, move to the United States and work there to be maybe offered a job in a foreign country? How was this process?
Okay. It wasn't like I was looking for a job here. So I basically came like a tourist with some cousins, and then we start working in a place. It was like a facility of blueberries, and I was working there for 3 years, just kind of operating a robot in that facility, and it was just like a seasonal thing. And after that, I just was like, oh, well, it's like kind of the COVID thing in Mexico. I don't think I will find a really good job over there, so maybe I should make some research and see what can I get over here. So yeah,
Okay.
I just went to a agency, and I was looking for jobs. They didn't really have like a lot of things like that I can work like in my field, but they had something like called maintenance, mechanical maintenance or something like that. And I was like, yeah, that sounds very interesting. It was like in a facility of drinks.
Okay.
And yeah, so I had to go to a process like interviews with the manager and the owner of the facility. And yeah, it was really nice. I was working there for over a year as a maintenance, mechanical maintenance. It's basically working with pumps, fans, conveyors, and just attending calls in the lines, so production lines. After 1 year, they offer me like a lead position in one of the lines. It's a coffee line, and I was working there for 3 months. And right now, I am stepping out as a supervisor of this line. It's
Okay.
it's all in the food industry, and yeah, that's basically what I'm doing here right now.
And as fast as you finished the career here in Mexico, you moved to the United States to work there, or you spent some time working here in
No,
Mexico?
no, no. I was working there like for 3 months in a company called the Comesa. We used to make like parts for different machines for the automotive industry there, like for BMW and Audi. I used to
Okay.
travel a lot because, well, the main production of the machines is there in Toluca, but we have to go and take the parts of the machines like to San Luis Potosí or Aguascalientes. We used to work with companies like Eaton. I don't know if you hear about that company.
I think yes, but I'm not sure what it does.
They build like kinda well different parts for for
Oh,
cars.
okay,
And
yeah.
also I think they build like they work with tools and all that stuff. It's like very automatic things over there.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. I know this company because this is another option for the practice here in the university, right? Here in the faculty.
no, I don't really know, but the time that I was working there, it was like really nice. If I go back to Mexico, I would like to work in yeah, in Eton.
Okay,
It's a good
so
company.
like to work there again, you mean, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, so that's very nice. Okay, so okay, I have another question. So how would you say, or how difficult would you say it has been for you as a Mexican to like get used to being in the States and maybe, I don't know, maybe the language, maybe like traditions, I don't know, stuff like that. What would you say the impact has been like?
Oh, well, that's a good question. Like, well, at the beginning, it was kind of difficult because, as you say, like the different culture is a very important factor. We are like very different with the American people. Uh, but yeah, so I would say that the main thing that kind of it was a little bit hard for me, it was the fact that being like kind of alone and far from my family. Uh, but yeah, like I feel that if you wanna achieve or you wanna get something bigger in your life, you kind of have to be willing to just
To step out
just
of your comfort zone, right?
yeah, like just like do some things that will lead you there, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's very brave from you because well it obviously it isn't easy to just like to be like okay, I'll take this job offer because you will be like in another country, you will be away from your family. And talking about family, we recently had a podcast also with a German student here in
Yeah.
the faculty, and he said in Germany, like families, I mean, they are like obviously they love each other family members, but would you say you have a close relationship with your family? Maybe I don't know if you have brothers, sisters. Yeah, I would like to know that part of maybe the relationship with your family.
Yeah, so like for example, in my case, when I was in the university, I was like kind of away also from my family because they live in Michoacan. So I basically
Okay.
spent like my my entire career as a foreigner there in Toluca, and I
Yeah.
only visit my family like one or twice a month. So I
Okay.
was kind of a little bit familiar with the fact of being a little bit far, but it's
Yeah.
different, because now is has been over 2 years since I don't get to see my family. Uh,
Okay.
but when I was there, I know that if I wanna go and visit them, I just could go on
Yeah.
during
Yeah.
the
You need
week
to us maybe,
or
right?
holidays. Yeah, exactly. But but yeah, I have two siblings, one brother and one sister. They are younger than me. My sister is 25 and my brother is 15. My brother is living there in Mexico with my parents, and my sister is currently living in Canada too. She has been there for 8 months, something like that. But yeah, uh, well, sometimes I miss my family, especially I think in this season because like the Christmas.
Yeah,
All,
like families get together, right?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But
I
well,
think. Yeah,
I
go ahead.
I pretty much try to be in contact with them and calling them and texting them and yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Like to stay in touch with them, right?
exactly.
And I've got a question. Most of our audience shall be, most of them students here in the Faculty of Engineering. But I
Yeah.
want to ask, how was all this welcome to you in in this country in America? I'm talking about, I don't know, the social behavior with you, the papers, all the, I don't know, revalidation or all the bureaucratic process that you have to pass through. Was difficult? How would you describe it?
Like what you mean, like here in the States, or I
Yeah,
didn't understand
the
that.
process of moving there, like between the papers and all the accreditation, or maybe all the social behavior with you. Did you notice some differences? How is it difficult?
Oh, okay, okay. I don't know, like for example, in the place that I'm working now, it's like very easy to be being there. Like I don't know, I just feel super comfortable. Like the people is like super friendly, even though that my coworkers they are uh most of them just American people who only speak English. But yeah, they are super nice. And I remember, I don't want to say like bad things, but when I was in my first job, also in Mexico, in this place called the Comesa, the people wasn't that good. Like I was like, I don't know, kind of stepping back of being there, and and I don't know. I
Yeah,
really know
you're more
the
comfortable working place, no?
yeah, but I feel that you also have to try to understand the people. Like obviously there's gonna be like difficult times and good times, but all it depends that the eyes that you want to see the things with.
So you're very happy there working in the United States, right?
Yeah, yeah, I'm very happy now.
But
Yeah.
you don't, do you see yourself coming back to Mexico or traveling to other countries in the next few years?
mm, Well, I would like to go. Yeah, but I'm not really sure if I wanna go and just make a life over there, or just like going to like
On
visit
vacation,
some
Yeah, like
locations.
yeah, maybe like a getaway, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Well, I find it very impressive and very good from you that you are like in a foreign country and you're like having well, maybe, well, not maybe, sorry. You already have a life in another country. That's very cool. That's impressive to say the least. But yeah, I think if I were you, I wouldn't be seeing myself coming back to Mexico because I think in I don't know, maybe you have more opportunities in a foreign country than right now here in Mexico, right?
Yeah, that's one thing. But also, of course, I miss a lot the festivities over there, the food. So my parents, those are the only reasons that I want to go back. But I don't
Yeah,
know. In this
I
moment, I can, I can. Well, in this moment, I just feel very comfortable being here. Like I feel that I have a good workplace. Like I'm achieving some things that I like to have when I was younger, and yeah.
well, with that question, I aimed to kind of, well, I can see that you have a huge facility in kind of starting over. For example, you left your house in Michoacan to come here in the state of Mexico to study, for example. Then you travel to other country to start working. I can see you have a huge facility on starting over and to set yourself in other places in out of your comfort zone, right? Or what do you think?
Well, yeah, like I mean, I always had like that facility of talking and making relationships, so it's not like a difficult thing to me, but yeah, I feel that I can just go somewhere and just start a new whole friendship with somebody and just get comfortable in a new place and things like that. I don't
Yeah,
see like a
always.
difficult thing to me.
And for example, if you wanted to, I don't know, maybe don't come back to Mexico, maybe you could leave the United States. Would you see yourself, I don't know, working in any other country in the world? Maybe, I don't know, in related with the mechanical engineering, I don't know, Germany, Europe, any other kind of place? Would you see yourself doing that?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I would like definitely. Hmm, I would like to go maybe just Europe. I'm not sure about Germany because of the language too,
yeah.
and but I definitely would like to go like somewhere in Spain or something like that. Or I don't know, maybe also in Latin America. Like
Okay.
I'm
Yeah, you have this facility on traveling to other places and even make a new life in those places, right?
yeah.
Okay. So speaking of other countries, do you speak or understand another language apart from English and Spanish?
I was trying to learn Italian, and I think
Okay.
it's very similar to Spanish, but I didn't really keep studying or anything. I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so you would have to like find time to continue studying Italian, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's nice.
I
Okay,
got a question.
yeah, sure.
Well, I'm studying English. I always were very bad on learning the languages and speaking in English. I think I am. I'm struggling with that, and I have a lot to develop a bit. But I wanted to know if you already have some experience. Did you already knew English when you went to America to live, or you were learning while you were kind of arriving or making place there?
So I was like, I don't know if you had like those classes in the like in the middle school or high school English, and also like in the faculty. I only take like C1 and C2 there in the faculty, and that basically was the only English classes that I had when I was in Mexico. And also I was doing the social service as the same place as you guys, uh,
Yeah.
and that was basically like where did I learn Spanish when I was in Mexico. Of course, when I came to live here, I had to practice like every day in order to can like get like my things, the basic things like use my groceries or going to the store or I don't know, like going to the doctor or things like that. So it was basically just like a need, like I had to just keep working on that. Like, and I am
Yeah,
not, I have a lot of mistakes all the time, like with my pronunciation, but so,
yeah, it's
uh,
something that you have to work every day, right?
yeah, exactly.
And despite all the knowledge that you already got when you arrived there in America, how do you feel this experience between all the knowledge that you learned here in a school or here in a classroom and
Yeah.
the real experience of the language in the right place in a in America?
Mm. So I will be completely honest. When I just came here, I was like, I felt that I was prepared, and I was like, oh, I know that I can communicate and I can have conversations with the people, but it's like the same as in Mexico. We have, or here in America, they also have like different accents, different uh, dif- it depends of the region that you are, and so it was kind of difficult at the beginning. I couldn't really understand some people. Some of them like speak really fast, and some of them like the tone is different, and it was different, just completely different. But I feel that you have to kind of just master your ear, and yeah, that's about it. Like just
Yeah, I think this is because there are a lot of foreign people in America, right? So you have like
yeah.
a lot of accents, a lot of cultures. You have like maybe Indian people, you have Asian people, you have Latin people. So yeah, I think I got this part that you are saying that you have to master your ear, and I think that could only be achievable with putting it in work, right? Like to be there to just leave that.
Yeah, exactly. Mm.
Okay,
Especially
okay.
here,
Sorry, yeah.
especially here where I live, there is a lot of Asian people, like Indian people, and yeah, their accents they are very different. And yeah,
Well, but it's interesting, right? Because okay, you know that they have these differences between the accent and all the pronunciation, but it's kind of a common agree where well maybe you can fail in English sometimes. I am also learning English. You can feel or like a more what comfortable floor to have a conversation with somebody else except when you're talking with a I don't know, an American person, but with a perfect English, you can feel a little bit more nervous or stressed than talking with these other people that they have other languages and they're also learning English, right?
yeah. Well, sometimes yeah, but sometimes it's like different because, for example, my the person that I go to see for my eyes, like my eyes treatment. She is like a Chinese girl,
Okay.
and sometimes like I can understand some things that they are saying, like, or for example, my dentist, he sometimes talk in Spanish because he have like very well different like Latin patients. So sometimes he tried to speak in Spanish, and I was like, oh, I don't understand those things that you are saying in Spanish. Just talk in English, because like yeah,
Okay. Well, Isaac, it has been a pleasure. I just have one last question. And okay, so the question is, with with everything that you have achieved in your professional life, also in maybe your personal relationships, how do you see yourself in 10 years? What do you see yourself doing? Maybe where would you like to be working, or maybe you would like to have your own, I don't know, your enterprise. What would you like to be in 10 years?
that's a good question. So I don't know. I maybe well, definitely I I would like to be working as I am now, like in a industry or something like that. I rather have like just a quiet place to work. I would like being a teacher or something like that, maybe in a university or something.
Okay.
Also, I'm working to have my own business and don't have to work that hard as I'm working now. Uh, but yeah, I sometimes I don't really like to make plans. I just try to live every day as it comes. Of course, I like to visualize things, but it's not like I'm focusing in the objective. Like,
Yeah,
but yeah,
exactly. I quite get the idea that you mean you want to be stable, but maybe not plan anything like perfectly, right?
yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, Isaac, it has been a pleasure for the Talking Horse podcast to have you here with us. So yeah,
And
anything you would like to add?
I would like to finish podcast. Thank you very much. We're glad to have you here and to give up an opportunity to this new experimental project. And my main point is to this podcast is going to be, or we want to be heard by all the students here in the engineering faculty. But you are a clear example of a succeed student in the case of the faculty. I want you to give us some advice, especially to those students who want to go out of the country or travel other places. What's your advice to these students in your own experience? To this, we are going to finish the podcast.
Okay, so I will say, well, first of all, thanks guys for having me. It also has been a pleasure to be here and sharing a little bit of my story with you. Well, I will say that sometimes or most of the time, we as a human beings, we fear or we have fear of doing things out of our comfort zone. But that's exactly the point where you have to work on and just like being a little bit adventurous and take the risk. And that is the main thing. You have to learn and take risk and just try new things. That's what I did, and that's what is making me or giving me results right now. You know.
Yeah,
So yeah,
understand.
don't be afraid, and you are just young and you can fail like multiple times. So I will say, yeah, go out of your comfort zone, take risk, and you see what happens.
Okay, well, Isaac, once again, it has been a pleasure. So, yeah, we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Isai.
All right, thank you. Thanks for having me.